What's up, guys? What up, what up, what up? Who's still here? I'm running late. Ah! Hi, Katie. Hi, Lorna. Hi, Sandra Love. Oh my gosh, I feel so horrible. Guys, Conjure Up Nails is also live on her other channel. So, I totally forgot about it. I feel horrible. So, just know she is also live too. If you want to go back and forth, that's fine. It isn't going to bother me a bit. Because, you know, we got to be there for our other girlies too. So just please know that. Alright, so today's a freestyle neon powder pigment. I've never used these. Well, I haven't used these on my channel since like I first started. So we're doing Duckies. First time for Duckies, freestyle DIY neon pigment powder thing with black and white, and I saw this new thing. We're doing that. So, we're doing something totally new, and I'm going to see if it's going to work, and I think it's going to work okay. So, make sure you like and subscribe if you're new. My name is Sugar. Hi, hi, hi. How are you? And, yeah, let's just get this started. And, by the way, look at this. Look at these. I found these at Dollar General in the Halloween section. Aren't they cute? Anyway, let me set you guys up here. Hi, Sandra. Thanks for coming, love. Alright. Let me get situated. Does that look okay? Hopefully. Hopefully it's not too bad. Is it too bright? Yeah. Okay, so we have the pigment powders. We're going to do like the rainbow neon, but I want to do like black and neon together. So I have my Brit Brat whiteout and blackout. Shut them off. And then we have the duckies, and I put a moon in. I went ahead and did the actual moon part of the nails. So we're going to do the top coat method that I do with my... Hi, Stacy Love! The little finger palette. This. But I figured we're going to try this. You know those scratch off things where it has the rainbow background and then you can like sketch it off, or you could take the little thing and, you know what I mean, it shows up the rainbow background. That's what we're going to do today, but we're doing it with gel polish. I seen somebody try it, and we're going to try it out. So we're going to do that. We're also going to do my top coat thing where I put the black around the edges and it makes it all bubbly and crazy looking. And we're going to do ombre with these colors. And I figured we could do like a little pop of like, I don't know, whatever you guys want to put in there. Like the, you know, like if we want to do cheetah print or something like that, or, you know, anything else. But I have my super base here for the sticky for this. And then I also have my nonstick matte that we used the other day. And then I have the top coat, the glossy top coat. So, we're going to be using this. Hi. How are you, Stacy Love? How you doing? How's everybody doing? I have my window open, so hopefully it's not too loud. Alright. Is that pretty good? Can you hear me? Is everything great? Alright, I have my extra towel. This guy. And then I think I'm going to use this guy to, like, draw on the nail. So, and then we have this little brush to try. Of course, my dense brushes for the pigment powder things. A little dust brush. And then we have this guy here. So, we just have a few things that I pulled. But I'm excited. So, which ones do we want to do, like, every color on? Yay! What is... It's kind of crazy because I don't know if YouTube is sending out my stuff or not, but YouTube, please send out the notifications. Okay. So, do we want to do, like, just an all over? Do we want to do like a rainbow ombre? We want to do the colors all over? What do we want to do? We want to keep them all the same? Because I think we're going to do the ones where we scratch. We're not really scratching. We're just kind of drawing in the gel. Oh no. But we're just kind of drawing in the gel itself. So we're doing the DIY freestyle Duckie neon look. But the thing around the edges, I thought we could do it on this one. We can either do the scratch one on these two, and we could do multiple different colors, you know, like green, pink, and blue on one. What do you guys think? We could do like rainbow on others. Ooh, you got a mystery glitter box. Hell yeah, dude. What's up, everybody? So, I've not used these. I don't know how good they are. I got them a very long time ago, y'all. Like, a very long time ago. And they leak everywhere. So, let's take these off. Because I don't think I'm going to need a lot, honestly. But we're just going to dip in and see what happens. They're kind of, like, weird looking, but... Oh my god, I bet they are, dude. I bet they are. I bet they are. So I got a couple different... That's more of like a red. I kind of want the lighter color. So I'm going to put that one away. But... I don't know... Oh, look at that one. Maybe we'll just use that. I have not used pigment like this. This is foreign territory. And then this thing, this purple leaked everywhere. I had to clean it off. As you can see. Okay. Here's our colors, everybody. Do we want to do pink, blue, and purple? Do we want to do like pink, orange, and yellow? How we want to do it, y'all? Okay. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. First of all, we got to prep the nails. How I'm going to prep the nails, I don't really know. So I guess we're just going to use the super base. So we'll probably need a... We probably need a white background to make the colors pop. Pink, blue, and purple. Okay, we can do... You want to do pink, blue, and purple here, and then we can do pink, blue, and purple. We can do yellow, green, and something else over here, and then make the rainbow on the outsides. Purple, pink, blue. Okay. Alright, so I'm just going to paint the background. I'm not going to add a base to this. And this white is not a sticky white, so I'm going to have to add a base coat. But I'm also putting these on, so I'm going to have to add a base coat. So I thought, since I've never done it, you know, might as well try it. And you also don't want nothing in your white, and I have fluff balls in my white, but what are you going to do? I'm just going to try to get it all out as much as I can. Alright. Just try to get out your shit. Sometimes I hate polishing certain nails because, especially if you don't have like a base coat on, then they don't really polish all that great. But what you want to do though, get the ends of your nails, people. So that way you don't see the actual tip itself. I mean, you can do what you want, but just saying. We're gonna put this guy in there. I'm gonna pull it this way. Oh, I just made that shit worse. You know what? We're gonna do it though. So I think I don't know. I think for me, I'm gonna need to. I guess who cares if it's got like a line on it, right? The floofs are just gonna live there, guys. Just gonna live there. Have you guys ever seen that where they scratch off the nail? But I want to do it with the gel polish, and I seen somebody do it, so that's what we're doing. Alright, we're just gonna leave it like that. Dude, can you believe? Okay, so I'm just gonna do them all like that because we might as well. That way, yeah. I don't think any of my whites are super sticky. Is the white from Madame Glam sticky? What do you guys think? Hi, Ina. How are you? I'm gonna turn on my... There we go. Alright, hold up, y'all. Let me get situated here. YouTube keeps telling me, turn your phone the other way. And I'm like, it's not. It's sideways, dude. Alright, I'm just gonna quickly do this pretty fast. This white is really good. I love this white. It just isn't that sticky. Not like some of the other whites that I've had. So we're definitely going to end up having some little floofs in there, but it is what it is. Okay. Do this especially if your nails have been sitting for a while. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't go live last night, guys, so today is the reason why I'm going live today. Harm had homework, and we didn't get home till late, so there's no way I was going to be able to go live. Just didn't have enough time, so things have been crazy hectic over here. Don't forget, Conjure was live. I don't know if she's still alive, guys. I felt completely horrible because I forgot she was going live on her other channel. And I was like, no. Okay. I kind of got to keep these in order so I know what's what here. Okay. Hi, Curls. How are you? It's been a minute. How you doing, love? It's been crazy over here, you know. It's been cray-cray. Okay, I'm just going to do this really fast. I'm not going to worry about anything because we're going to be covering it up anyway. Especially if you're covering it up, just make sure it's kind of thin. And you don't have floofs in there or bubbles like I do. But this is a Freestyle Duckie set, y'all. A neon Freestyle Duckie set. Who would have thunk it that I'd be doing duckies on my channel, right? But I did put the moon shape in there myself. So, alright. Alright, we got one more left, y'all. Just one more. Oh, wow, you did? Dang, that sounds nice. I've never been on a cruise before. I've been on a plane once. Just once, though. But we're going to be playing with neon pigments for once on my channel. I was watching Tino Bo's stuff. I don't know what that is up there, but... Must be from where I... Okay. Alright, we have our white down. I'm gonna see how sticky this is. I mean, it's sticky. It should be okay. Let's try it anyway. Alright. The outside ones, we're gonna do rainbow. And I should have multiple brushes for this, huh? Definitely should. So we're gonna do... Oops. Wrong paper. Nice, Crystal. Good job, Crystal. I've seen Tino do this. So I'm just going to go round in a circle. So that way it's kind of like morphed like this. And then we can make sure we got enough at the top. Ooh, looky, looky. Ooh. And I don't care that I still have some of this on here because... So that means you don't need a crap ton at all. But the problem is you pick up so much. I could have went down a little bit more. Oh, well. I'm going to go over that color. I'm going to go into that pink a little bit. And we're going to ombre those together. Look at that. Haha. That ombre looks good though, no? Pick up some more of this guy. Ooh. Dude, this is going to look bomb because the black's going to really make it pop. You know? Alright, let's pick up some yellow. Just a tiny bit. And I am dabbing it on my paper towel at least. Okay, so I am going to go... I'm going to go into that orange. I still have orange on my brush, so... Look at that. Sucks I got orange in the middle there, but what are you gonna do, right? I do have another brush I could use. This is actually fun, y'all. I'm gonna try to get as much of that pink out. So I guess you should use two brushes. One with your pink, orange, and yellow, and the other one's with like your greens and your... Because I feel like I need more yellow. It's alright. Because if your green touches your orange, it's gonna make brown. So I'm going to have to go in with that yellow. I'm going to use this brush and go in with that yellow. So for the most part, once it's on there, it's on there. So if you don't get that line well, then it's not going to be the greatest. So we're going to have to be careful about having the orange on the yellow part, you know? All right. I don't know how Tino does the actual, like, so there's not a line there. But I'm going to lightly, hopefully, try to get that more of a green. So we have kind of two separate greens here, and I'm going to push that up so that way it looks a little bit better. I mean, it's not the greatest, but I got multiple different color tones in there. I think he goes in a circle, doesn't he? Look at that. That kind of looks cool. I like the way this looks versus this top part up here. This looks a little messy, but for the most part, look at that, y'all. Look at that. Now that looks cool. Really? Aw, thanks. Hi, Miss Queen. Aw, thanks. My chat stopped on my phone, so I didn't see it, y'all. Give me one sec. I'm gonna try to fix it. There we go. Alright, there she is. Now I have to put a base coat over this, so we're gonna sit that like that. And then, so this one right here is gonna be our green, or our blue, purple, and pink. So, I'm going to use a different brush for that, right? So, I'm going to... I don't know what I did with my other brush, but we'll just use this. It's already got purple on it. Okay. Alright, so this one we got purple, pink, and blue. So, what I'm going to do is... we're just going to go with the pink. We started with pink on that one, so let's go with purple first and then go from there, okay? And we can do it in patterns too, right? Do we want to go ombre or do we want to just do it all over and see what happens? Hi, Nelly! Should we do it all over or we want to ombre it? We could do a side ombre. Ooh, let's do a side ombre. You want to try to do a side ombre, everybody? Go all over or side ombre? Like where we just make dots all over and make them go in that way. Or we could do a literal, not a vertical, but like a corner one. You want to try to do that, and then the other one we can go the other way so they're kind of facing in like this. Alright, let me move this so I ain't getting powder and that, and move that too. I'm like, I'm missing a nail. Alright, we're gonna go to the side. I wish I had a smaller brush now, but... Alright, so we're gonna start on the side. Ooh! Love that purple. Alright. Now, next time I should just be able to dip into what's on my paper towel, but... Alright, so we're going to dip into our... I'm going to go pink and then blue. So I'm going to come down. Just so we got that, like it looks like it's kind of flowing sideways there. We're going to take our blue, and we're going to put it on our paper towel. I'm going to go not lightly here. And I'm just going to rub it up. I'm going to come up a little bit more. Look at that. It's not very sideways like I was hoping, but... Now I'm going to take this blue, get some of this blue out. And I'm just going to lightly give us a little bit of that dark purpley. And technically you don't have to do this part, but... I wanted to give it a little bit of a like mirage in that green or that pink a little bit. So I'm going to add some of this pink. I have blue on here, but I want to try and add both on here. See what it'll do for me. So... Gave us a little bit brighter of a pink there. So I'm just going to go up and bring it. Whoa. I actually want to bring some more of that blue in. So we're going to bring this blue up the corner here. Okay. Now I'm going to take that excess off. And then I'm going to take this little guy. And we're just going to lightly tap that up into the pink to give us a little highlight up there. It'd be like a purpley highlight. So, if you want just pink, you want to get kind of some of those brushes where you have like, if you're using 6 different colors, you want to get some of those brushes where you can clean. You can actually like clean your brushes really good so you don't contaminate the color, you know? I'm going to do a double layer here so it looks like there's purple and pink. And I'm going to come over this blue. Haha. So we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to go over that and give it more of like a, it almost looks like a, I don't even know. But you have to be careful because once you hit that blue, it turns purple. But there's what that one looks like, y'all. Oh, I missed a spot. No. I mean, she's pretty cool. So this one's going to be the one we're going to draw on. Hi, everybody. Hi. Hi, Black Orchid. Hi, Nana. If I missed your name, I'm sorry. I haven't been looking at the chat. Okay, so far, this is what we got. Oh, they look so cool. We're doing a black rainbow neon ducky moment, okay? All right, where's my middle one? So my middle one is also going to be rainbow. So I think for my middle one, I think I'm going to do the rainbow. We're going to reverse the rainbow. So for this one, we're going to go all over. Hopefully it'll work. And then this one will go and reverse it. So we'll start with purple and end with pink on this one so they're not all the same. You know what I mean? So, what are we doing for this one again? Oh yeah, it's rainbow. Okay, so I'm gonna have to have a different one that doesn't have orange on it. Because we don't want that orange contaminating that green like the other one. Okay, so we're gonna start with purple. Are we? I don't know. You know what? We're just gonna put the colors on there. We're just gonna splotch it. Now, when you're doing this, guys, hopefully this is still going to look good. But when you're doing this, you really don't have to use some of these other colors because like blue and pink make purple. You know what I mean? Blue and yellow make orange or green. So that way you're not contaminating and we can just kind of add to it. And I'm just going to do it. Okay. So you want to put the colors kind of by the colors that they coincide with. So if you know you're putting an orange there, you're not going to want, like, other colors, you know? Okay. I put a lot of orange on that brush like a dumbass. So make sure you have a lot of paper towels, guys. Because I'm trying to get as much color as I can out of here. Alright, so we're going to use the yellow. Like I said, I shouldn't have put that on there, but I was hoping to get a different type of orange by putting this on here. But we're going to overlap the colors. Just to kind of give us... It does kind of give you a different type of yellow. Let's put a yellow here in the corner. And we're going to add just a tippy bit of that yellow here. Ooh, it's looking so cool. Ooh, I love it. Okay. I'm going to take another paper towel. Oh my gosh. And I'm going to use this same brush for the green. Or actually, I could just use the blue, huh? And you can use these little brushes to get, like, lines. We could do lines work and stuff, too. So, just know that you can do different types of things. I'm trying to think if I want to use this brush for blue. That one's too big. Alright, hold up, y'all. Because I have other brushes. Most of my brushes are really nice. Hi, Dee Dee. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Agatha. Look at this little guy. We could always use him. I don't know. We'll see. But I have these very high-end brushes that are actually makeup brushes, but they are perfect for stuff like this. But I kind of need another brush, so here we go. So these ones are my pigment brushes I always show you guys that I use. So I have this guy here, and I have this guy here, and this guy here, and then I have this one too. They're more dense, but they're so big, I don't really want to use because, so we'll just use these guys. Alright, let's get back to it, shall we? Oh, it's looking so cool. Yay! So excited. Okay, I'm going to use this in the, no, the blue. We'll just use this in the blue, just a little tiny bit of blue. In where our yellow is to give us some green, and then that'll also give us some purple on the other side. See? So, same thing here, but we're going to go over the yellow and the pink. I don't like this brush. It's not the same. There we go. It can be messy. It doesn't have to be like what I'm doing it, but it's going to look cool as hell. So we're going to have to put the other colors in there too. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add green. But you want to add green in the places that you know you can add it, guys. Okay? Just like where the blue and the purple are, you don't want to add it onto the pink or the orange because you will get brown. So just be careful. Even though I was trying to make my own green, I think we're still just going to need our green. So I'm just going to add that in just like various places here. Ooh, this background's going to look cool as hell. You know? Alright, let's add... Nope. Do not put pink. If you use the brush that has green on it, don't use pink. Do not use pink. Okay, so we're going to add a little bit more pink. Let's add some pink down here. And I just put pink over that green. See what I mean? You don't want that. So just be careful. So just remember color theory. We're going to go over this orange a little bit. Okay. And then I might want some pink here, but let's go in and add some of this purple. Okay. Oh yeah, this is gonna look cool. Now, purple's kind of hard when you're doing stuff like this because of you don't want it to turn brown. So I'm gonna go into that pink. It doesn't, you can do this quite fast actually. You don't have to be this slow with it. I've just not done it, so I just kind of want to. And I want to keep it more on the round side, like bubbles almost. Alright, what I'm going to do is add some more. We're going to add some of this blue here. Alright, what color don't we have? We need more yellow, I think. We need more yellow, huh? Now be careful when you're adding the color in there too, because if it's a smaller spot, you really don't want too much to get in there, but I think it looks cool looking like a splat like that. So you can either take pink and go over that. Now the only problem I'm having is I'm getting little fuzzies on me. So I'm going to overlap that. Just so we have a little bit more color payoff there. Alright, I'm going to add some yellow here by this green so we don't get any brown. Yeah. Oh, it's looking so freaking cool. Okay, so you can dip your... I have yellow on here already, but we can take some of this blue and do like a darker green color. I possibly just messed that side up. All good though. I'm going to take a clean brush and we're just going to go like this. And then we're just gonna add some yellow down here because yellow tends to be the dominant color here that we need. So this part here, we're gonna have to add blue right here because we don't want to make brown. So I'm gonna take this yellow and just somewhat go over. All right, and then I'm gonna you definitely want another brush to kind of yeah. Okay, I said blue, right? I did. I said blue. But I feel like oh, I can't put green there. Color theory crystal. No. I need my smaller brush. I knew I was missing a brush here, guys. Alright, so I'm going to take a lot of that pigment out. So it's just in the middle here. Look at that. I'm going to put a splotch right here. So it looks like there's another color kind of overlapping that a little bit. Ta-da! I kind of think we need more purple, but I don't know where I would put the purple, honestly. Because I need some purple up here, but what are you going to do, right? Okay. Now, I need a little bit more up here. So I'm going to clean this brush off, and we're going to go into dip into the yellow just a tibby bit. I'm just going to poke that in there like so. So it's very pigmented and there's no white spots. Ta-da! Yes, girl. Let's brush her off. Okay. Nice. Okay. Gonna make sure it's good here. Alright. Look at that. This set's gonna be cool AF. Okay? Alright. So, the next one, we're gonna do... What colors do we want to vertically go the opposite direction? What colors do we want to use for that? Do we want to do pink, orange, and yellow for this one? Hi, Zen Escape! Hi, Nail Bliss. How are you? Okay, so now that we're starting kind of a new thing, I'm going to flip this over here so that way I can actually clean my brushes a little bit better here. So just know that when you're doing your brushes like this, if you have a green on here and it's still kind of coming off, just make sure you're cleaning it good enough, and then you know that you can put those pigments in there. Like, I'm going to try to get this one as clean as I can. Because with this green on here, you don't want to make a crappy color, you know? So this time, since this one's going the opposite that way, we're going to go down this way. Or up from this point to that point. Yeah, well, hopefully it works. Hopefully it works. For some reason, this one's like super thick and not moving very well for some reason. Like my other one works well, but I think I just didn't clean it off well or something like that. I don't know. Alright, so what are we doing? Pink, orange, and yellow? Let's do pink, orange, and yellow for this one. And then that way we kind of have all the colors in. And, okay, so can you guys see okay? I feel like... Okay, so here we go. So we're going to start with, I think, we're going to start with, let's start with our pink. And I'm going to go literally like this. So I know it stays at an angle this time. Ooh! Make sure I get my sides. Y'all, look at that. Okay. This time I'm going to try something instead of doing it like going in a circle. I'm going to just do a line because I think that overlap is going to make it look cool. So we're just going to go ahead and make sure we're not wiping the color off here. Hell yeah, dudes. Dudes, we got this, everybody. This is actually quite fun. Now I know why Tina Lowe does it all the time. How did I not do this before, y'all? Like, seriously. Okay, let's do our yellow here. Let's grab some. Let's make sure. First of all, we need to make sure we have no freaking orange really coming off. Look at that. 3 different colors because there was so much orange in my brush. Okay. Alright. I'm going to make the yellow a bit wider here. Because if I can pull it up over this orange. It's not really going over the orange like I wanted it to, but that's okay. We'll just bring it down. And we'll come up at more of an angle here. And we want to go over that yellow and make it super bright. Look at that, y'all. Oh, hi, Dee. Thanks for joining the Peep Squad. Everybody, throw some rainbows in the chat for Miss D. She is now part of the Peep Squad. Thank you, love. I hope you enjoy it here. Look at that. How freaking beautiful is that? Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm not going to put pink here. Yes, I am. I'm just going to put pink. I was going to do orange and then pink at the top, but I think I'm going to do pink so we have orange on the outside and pink in the middle. Thank you, love. Are you guys liking this so far? Hopefully you like this because we're going to be doing my favorite thing ever that I showed you guys on the Hello Kitty nail set. We're going to be doing that, but we're also going to be drawing. Yay! Alright, let's grab some pink again. Let's make sure not a bunch of orange is going to come off here. Okay. Now this one's going to be a little bit on the harder side, so we got to make sure we make that line quite nice. Okay, Crystal, shoot. Get it, girl. Okay, so I am going to try to lightly go over and make it the same. So we have an overlap. Okay. We have a light overlap, but it also looks beautiful. Okay, so look at that, y'all. I'm gonna take this line. I'm gonna go back and forth, and this is just adding pigment and making it nice. So I have, look at that. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna tap it so it doesn't look completely goofy with just a line there. So it actually looks like it's ombre. Okay. I'm going to add just a little bit of orange here and a little bit of yellow there. So we have a little bit more yellow. I don't know where these things are coming from, but okay. Now, I'm going to make sure I get enough of that orange in there. The orange doesn't like to stick as well, but it's still there, so we're going to take this orange off and add our yellow. Okay. I went up a little too high, but what are you going to do, right? All right, there she is. She looks so cool. All right, let's do our reverse. We're going to do our reverse rainbow on the pinky now. All right, let's get our brushes ready and loaded up, everybody. Ooh, yay! It's my first time doing it, so. Okay, so we have, this one is going to be our blue and purple and green. We have our orange and our yellow. And then I probably do pink on this one. Let me get this green out. Okay. So this time we're going to start with purple. Okay. So we're going to start with our purple. Make sure we got a good amount. And this time we're going to start at the top. But I'm going to do this to where it's not like in a line. But it looks crazier. Alright, let's get our color on there. Where's our purple? And I could always bring it down so we have a little bit more purple. Okay. Alright, let's do our blue. And I'm just taking my brush and doing it on the paper towel so it's inside the bristles. And it seems to work well without putting a bunch on there. So I'm also going to just tap it on there. Like I said, I don't really want it to be in a line, but... So I'm just going to tap that color on. And whatever happens over each color is whatever happens, y'all. Okay? So if it looks bad, well, we tried. Alright, so now I'm going to use the same thing for the green. Okay. Okay. We have floofies everywhere. And you can go either way. Like, you can just keep it like that. It doesn't have to be, like, super perfection. Just make sure you got enough cover of the color. So in certain areas, it doesn't look lighter. Okay. All right, let's do our yellow. That way it doesn't look, it however it goes is however it goes. Which I kind of like that aspect. Alright, we're going to do a little bit of this orange. Orange and fluff, they have floof balls in them, okay? Just shh. See how you can do just ripples if you want to. Alright, I'm going to try to make sure I can get this color on here quite nicely. We have the layout, we just got to dab that color a little bit more. Okay. Ha ha ha. Alright, let's make sure. How's everybody doing today? Thanks for joining me today. Alright, that's what they look like, everybody. Make sure your sides are done. I have little floof balls in here, which I'm not liking, but that's what happens. Alright, we got our color. Let's do this. Now, I'm going to clean this brush off. I think the other ones... Now, I'm going to have to scrub these when I get done, but it should come out. Okay. We're going to get rid of this guy. We're going to put our caps on. And then we're going to put our black. Okay? We're going to do our black. And I laid a white base foundation first. So what we're going to do is we're going to base coat them. And That way I have a good layer. So the only ones that we are actually going to base coat are the pink, purple, and blue in this one. The other ones are going to be top coated because of how we're doing that like bubble effect that I like to do around the outside where it doesn't stick to the top coat and it kind of makes it spread out. So that's what we're going to be doing on those. But we're going to be drawing in these two middle ones. So what do we want to draw? What do we want it to say? I don't even know what we want it to say, but we could do like hearts and stars and stuff like that. So I think it would be better to use an orange wood stick, but then again, I don't know. So I got a wood stick and I got my other stuff too. All right, I'm going to put this over here. And then after we get that on, or before we get the black on these ones, we can actually add stars to this. You could do white stars, black stars, whatever you want, right? So what I'm going to do is add a sheet of... They are. I can't wait till they're done because it's kind of like a rainbow gothy vibe, you know? But I don't want to get all this on me, so yeah. Alright, let me take a drink, y'all. Bear with me. Shout out to everybody in here. I didn't know what to do with my pigments, to be honest with you, for like the longest time. Okay, so the easy ones are going to be these. Do we want stars? Do we want to add stickers on here? Because you gotta remember that along the outside is going to be black. So do we want to add like little white stickers or, you know, like stars and stuff? Stickers. That way we can top coat it and the stickers are already in there. And once we top coat it, everything's already sealed in. So we want black hearts, or yeah, we might as well do black. So that way we can see them. And I think the four-pointed black stars are the ones that are going to look the best. So I think we will do... I have little hearts we can put on there too. But I almost kind of just want like the black four-pointed stars. So that way they kind of stick out from... Hell, we could always put Hello Kitty on there too. So I have holographic hearts. What do you think? Should we do hollow or black? Because we have the black Hello Kitty with, since it's a goth set, well, it's not really goth, but kind of. We have the one with, look, we have her. And we have some drippies. Let me see. Alright, so we have some like heart drippies. We could do a heart drippy. You want to do a heart drippy? We could do like one of these in the middle of the middle one. Let's put a drippy heart in the middle one. I wish I had like drippy stars, but I don't, unfortunately. Let's see here. I'm trying to find what I did with all my stars. We could also put a black moon in there or a black butterfly in there. We could do all kinds of stuff. Where are my blue? I have gold, but I don't want to use gold. We need the black ones. But you see, I have this one, the same as this heart one. That's why I was like... But I think we need stars and moons and like eyeballs. You know, stuff like that. Alright, so I have Look at this one, though. Do we like these ones better? So I have those hearts with the eyeballs in them. That's a drippy eye right there, but it's pink. Let me see. Let me grab my 4-pointed stars out real quick. So we have our 4-pointed stars, but I want the tiny, tiny ones too. And then we have a moon. Let's see. Okay, I like these stars right here. So we're going to use these stars. And then, what do you think we should use, guys? You think that should be enough? I think that's all I got in terms of, yeah. That's all I got in terms of, like, stars and, like, that sort of stuff that's black. The rest are silver. I have clouds, too. I have clouds, stars. But I kind of wanted to make it like a gothic type vibe. And I don't know if we should do one of these butterflies. Hold up. Oh my gosh. I found a gothic butterfly, though. Look at this butterfly. Tell me that that wouldn't look cool as hell with the moons and the stars and the snakes. What do you think? You like that one? I like these goth-looking butterflies. But you know what I was thinking? I forgot I had this book, too. Oh my Jesus. Hold up. Hold up, wait a minute. I'm trying to think here. I know I have stars and moons, but I didn't know if they were black. I have these ones. They're black, but they're hollow. Should we add, like, this type of stuff on there? You like that one better than the black one? We could just use the hollow one in the middle. Or maybe it won't stand out because it's kind of see-through. I don't know if that one will stand out. Hi, Conjure! Is it Lilene? So, let's see. If we take the middle one and we kind of do like that. Oh my god, that looks so cool. Look at that. With the moon. Oh, we could do this. Look. They go each way. So we could do this on the thumb. I wonder if this would... Oh, look at that. Okay. But we're not doing that with that one, though. Oh, shit. Okay, this is why we want to... Look, I got whatever in there, but that's fine. But, for the most part, those are cool. So we could do this on the thumb, and we could do this one on the pinky. So that way, they're kind of going into each other, and then the middle would be like a butterfly or something. Or do you like the moon for the middle? You guys help me here. Help me. Help me. I know, this is like super pretty. Oh my gosh. I love this. I don't know why, but we have butterflies too. I could always do like the butterfly, but I like the eyeball too. You guys know me. I like all this witchy shit. So to go with this, we could do like a snake on one. Because I don't know. If we want to keep it like this, where it's kind of that dangly beautifulness with the Hello Kitty. That's... Okay, we're going to do the Hello Kitty flipping off in the middle. And then this on the outside of the thumb and the pinky. And then we can add... We could add our stars on too. And then kind of put these little dangle things around the Hello Kitty. We could always put our Hello Kitty in the middle. and add these little things on the sides or something like that. I don't know. Or we could do the Hello Kitty and dangle a butterfly from the Hello Kitty, per se. So, look, it would be like dangling from the Hello Kitty. You think that would be alright? I mean, it's kind of more black, but what do you think? I know! Me too! So, and I'm thinking if we do, because these are the butterflies I was thinking of, like, because they're gothy, you know? And then we have that, like, moon right there. So that's why I wasn't sure if it would actually work with these, since it's a thicker black color. But we could always do the drippy butterfly one. We want Hello Kitty, or we want to keep it with the butterflies? Or we can still use the Hello Kitty. Do we want the Hello Kitty, y'all? I say go for it if you like it, sugar. I just don't know how it's going to look, but you know what? We're just going to do it. So we're going to do the butterfly. So I'm just trying to figure out which one we want to... I'm kind of thinking these ones look cool. But, look, they have little hearts right here. That would go up underneath her as a dangle. Ooh, look at that one. Hold on. And then we could put one of these guys all around it. Okay. I don't know. We're just gonna try it, y'all. The dangle Hello Kitty. Look, they even have that. So that would look cute underneath her. Just as like a thing. Or I could put it on top of her like that. Just bear with me, guys. You guys know me. I want to make it look cool as shit. Look, that one actually looks cool. And then we could put the moon and the thing on top of it. So it's kind of the whole nail. And then those other ones around it. And then the black will be all the way around the outside. And then we can add our stars. Okay. 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 Alright, let's do this. So. The middle nail. So let's go ahead. Do you think I'm going to need a sticky base to put my sticker on? Because I really don't know. You know, I'm losing people left and right, y'all. Thanks for being in here. My name's Sugar. If you're new, make sure you like and subscribe. We're doing some cool ass shit. Alright, I'm going to set the Hello Kitty first. I would base coat first. Okay. I just want to do that gothy look. But kind of have more of a... I don't really know. Get all these floops out of here. Alright, let's seal that baby in, shall we? That was the only bad part about using the napkin that I was using. Was because it, like, got little fuzzies everywhere, you know? Alright. So we will put her in for a full 60. So I think that's going to be cool if we do maybe something like this. And then we'll add this little moon above her. And then we can add these little things around the outside, possibly. Or we could just add some black stars or these little things, I guess. Let's find some cool. Just need, like, stars that are kind of small. That aren't that big, like these little tiny stars. Because we don't need very big ones. Although we could use some, like, a big one like this. Or do a cluster of them. Kind of like a cluster here and there. Or a big one. Yeah. Anyway. Alright. I'm excited now. Because I kind of think it's going to look cool. To be honest with you. I like the Hello Kitty. It kind of plays into the gothic type vibe. Even though this is more whatever. Because I was hoping the eyeball would be a little bit smaller. So I could put it with the Hello Kitty. You know what I mean? But it's all good. Hi, Kitty! Alright, here we go. So this is gonna give us what our entire set is pretty much going to be based off of. How do I go from never doing Hello... Oh, I just ripped that one. How do I go from never doing Hello Kitty to doing Hello Kitty? Okay. Let's put her in the middle. Okay. I need one of those things that has that little, like, pusher, and they're straight. I need to get one of those tweezers with that little, like, spongy, or the thing on the other side. Okay, there's our Hello Kitty. Now, let's hope this works, y'all. Because I think if I do this smaller one... Oh, ooh, look at the heart. There's a dangle heart there. I'm just trying to think of which one would be better. And then we'll do the little moon up at the top. So let me put my little moon on there. Because I cannot decide which one I want. Oh my god, look at that. How fucking cool is that? Alright, I'm thinking this one here, but... we're gonna do the heart. Let's just do the heart. What do you think? Heart or butterfly? Hi. Hi, Kit. Oh, shit. You guys are awesome. Thanks for coming here. Do we like the butterfly? Or we just want to do, like, that little guy? Or the heart? I kind of like the heart, no? Help me out! I did have Ouija board stickers, and now I don't know what the hell happened to it. Pick a butterfly. Alright, the next person that says the next one is the one that's gonna get it. So help me out, y'all. We have one vote for butterfly. A dangle butterfly or a dangle heart? Which one is it? That one's pretty. Heart, heart, okay. What do you think? Dude, this is cool. And then all the outside rim is going to be that black. Yeah. Oh man, I was hoping I could pull this up. Alright, does that look in the middle? Hopefully. Alright, that's what she's looking like, y'all. So the black is going to be on the outside, right? So let's go ahead and get our top coat on. So we're going to have to base coat all of these. So I'm going to super glossy this one. Or actually, no, I'm not. The gloss that we're going to use for this one is going to be the Varnail. What the hell did I do with my new Varnail top coat? Alright. So this one's going to have the Varnail glass top coat. This is what's going to allow the black to just do its thing. So we're going to seal these in. Typically, some people do base coat over the stickers and then a top coat, but I'm not really worried about it. This was I literally just thought of this right a little bit before I went live, you guys. But typically, if you use a thicker top coat, like, that's why I like using Brit Brad's top coat, because if you have stickers, you cannot see where the sticker ends and begins. But this has got shit in it. So I'm trying to push the sticker down, because I guess I didn't push it down all the way. So just make sure you're pushing that sticker all the way down, so no bubbles can get underneath of it or anything. So if you want to use a thicker top coat to seal in your stickers, that's going to be your best bet. And then go in with a thinner top coat, if that makes sense. Like, there is so much stuff that is on top of that, but you know what? You're not going to see it. Alright, we're going to shove that in there and then base coat this guy. We're going to base coat the other one, and then what did we say we were doing on this one? The moons, right? We're just going to do the moons in the middle, and then I'm going to add a couple of, like, black stars, okay? So we're going to use, so I'm actually going to take, I'm going to use this base coat. It's a little bit on the thinner side. So we're going to seal that in. Add our stickers. Make sure we push down those stickers really, really well. I don't know why. Oh, shit. I totally messed that up, dude. Shit. I pushed way too hard. Why is that coming off? OMG. It's like eating through the color. Wow. The Varnail one's eating through the color, guys. Fudge. Alright, well, that one's just gonna go there. I guess I'm gonna use Brit's base coat. Alright, this one's done. I can't believe that. Okay, so I'm not using that base coat. We're gonna go ahead and base coat this guy. And then the other stickers, what are we gonna use for the other ones? What did we say we were doing on the other ones? Oh, we're drawing on it, duh. The Varnail one had something in it that was not great. Alright, so I'm just gonna float this on. Look at that. This did not do that to that. How weird. That is very weird, isn't it? Alright, we got her sealed in. Look at that. I love her base and top, y'all. I'll never get enough of it. Ever. Okay. Were we sticking stickers on that? Bye, Lou. See you tonight. I'm base coating it so the stickers stay. Alright, we're going to do the moons on this one. So we'll do this one. Am I not supposed to base coat it? I thought I was. It's alright because that black's going to be around that outside, so. I will say these stickers kind of suck. Alright, there's our moon. Right? So the black stuff's going to be all the way around the outside. So all I'm going to stick on here is a star. Just one little, like, 4-point star. You think a star like that? Or I was trying to look for like a skinny star, but I guess we could use those. These. So it matches like the outside. Because I don't think... We're going to use these. To stay on the theme. Dude, who would have thought that this would have been this? Alright, we're going to stick one at the bottom. Alright. Alright. We're going to top coat over that bad boy. So there's that one. So the pinky's going to look exactly the same. And I'm just using my brush to kind of thin that out. Oh my gosh, you guys. Sorry, I've been in the zone here. I've had this in my head, and I think it was Conjure was the one that sent me this guy's thing where he was etching sketching on his nail, and I thought it was the coolest thing. She was like, you can do this, and I was like, what? So we're gonna do it. So let's seal it in. So make sure the bottom's good. And technically, if you want to go over it again, so you don't have these, like, I don't know if these are bubbles or, like, shit in my top coat, but at least, as long as you don't have it in the middle. Yeah, it's like shit in my top coat, y'all. It's driving me bonkers. Move them up to the edge as much as you can possibly get them to go. But if y'all try this, please try it. Let me know what you think. Okay. Alrighty dighty, guys. I'm ready to do the black on these, though. Alright, here's this one. Let's go ahead and put the other one on. And then we'll go ahead and glossy top coat this one. So, same thing. Alright, so we're going to bring this one over. It's kind of weird because it won't like lay flat because of the way the nail is, but that's in the middle. If I go over anymore, it's not going to be, well, it's kind of off now. We want it as in the center as we can. Oh, well, that worked out for us, I guess, huh? Okay. Alright, we got that on there. We're going to add 2 of those things. This time it's going to be these ones here, the smaller ones. And we're going to add them on the opposite sides. Oh, I fucked that one up. You guys hear my stomach? Have you guys ever tried this? So this one's going to go on this side. But I don't want to put it too far to the side because that's where the black's going to be. I'm pretty sure I think Contra got me these stickers last year. Didn't ya? All I know is I think this set's gonna turn out cool as hell. Alright, y'all. Ta-da! Alright. Let's top coat this baby. I think for the most part, Not sure, but I think because of the way that this sticker is, and because it won't like flatten itself out right here, I'm gonna just try to go over it as much as I can. Seal inside to make sure there's no big chunks of whatever. Alright. Alright, now we're gonna do the black. The black's gonna stay, so the inside of this is gonna be shiny. The outside is gonna stay matte, guys. Okay? So we're gonna rub the black so that way it's matte on the outside, shiny on the inside. Ah, alrighty. So we got those done. Now, this one I'm gonna have to base coat over before I put the black on. So I'm gonna use the super base here, and I'm just going to lightly make sure I get that excess off. So I'm going to use Brit's Super Base. So we're just going to lightly float this on. I'm almost out of Super Base. I should have bought another one. Yeah, I can't believe that Varnail. Look, the Varnail took that shit right off, but Brit's Base didn't. So that ought to tell you something, y'all. Varnail's great, and I love Varnail, but I think I prefer their old base coat versus the new base coat, to be honest with you. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like it, but... I think these might end up being my favorite, you guys. I have a lot of favorites, but I think this one's going to come out super cool. Look at that. Beautiful. Let's cure her. Let's do the same thing with this one. Let's wipe her off. Real lightly just take this and take our super base. Now when we do this one, we're going to add our black. Right? So when we add our black to it, we're not going to cure. Then we're going to draw in it. So, if you, whatever you guys, we're going to draw something inside. So think of a phrase or something easy that you know will fit on the nail. And yeah, we can vote to see what we want to put on the nail. Hi, Gaming Kitty. Thanks. So what do you think we should write on the nail, or we could draw a heart, or we could just do whatever. I could also put Shug on there too. Alright, I'm just making sure I seal this in. So if you've never done this before, you should definitely try it, y'all. We want to make sure the sides aren't like bulking out either. Alright, here's this one. Oh, they look cool as hell. Alright, let's do this. So we have our super base on. Do you guys want to do the other black first, or you want to do this one where we can just do it on the outside? I'm going to use this guy to do it. Give us that spongy look. So I'm going to take my black and we're going to add it to our palette. And I'm going to clean this off. Just to make sure we don't get anything in our... Are you guys here for it? Thanks. So we're gonna be doing something a little bit on the crazy side. So we're going to go around the outside just like I did in my other one. We're gonna use one of these guys. So we want to make sure there's no like floof balls on it. There's kind of some floof balls on it, but whatever. It is what it is. Anyway, I am going to take my black. And we're going to take our black. And put quite a bit on here. Okay. Because we're going to be using this black for all the nails. So it's going to be like a cool ass. Okay. We really don't need that much, but why I put that much on there, I don't know. Alrighty, dighty. Ready? So we're going to go ahead and go around. It does. We're going to go ahead and take this guy here, and we're going to go like this. We're going to saturate our sponge. We're going to go around the outside. Look at that. Now, sometimes you want to break up that pigment, though. Shit, that went in way too far. So you kind of... We like it light like that. And you can go in and you can add 2 of them if you want. Like, go around the rim twice if you want. Okay. So we'll set those guys aside here. Hi, Cordy. So that is an easy way to get to do this. Okay, so we're going to make sure we have a good amount on this. Look at that. Tell me that's not cool as shit. And you don't even need to buy another gel. You just do it with top coat and pigment, y'all. You gotta kind of go fast with it, but I'm gonna leave it like that. Look at that. Okay, so we're gonna have to go over it again. We're gonna have to do a secondary one. I think this set is cool as hell. I don't care who you are. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and leave that. Let's go ahead and get this one done. Let's add some more black. I guess I forgot I was gonna need a bunch. even though I didn't think I was, but it soaks up a lot of your gel polish, unfortunately. But you can always use a dry brush too. That always works as well. So for this one, I'm gonna go in. Oh, hold on. Okay. I'm gonna go in this side more so. Because like I said, you kind of got to go fast so it all kind of goes at the same. Let's break that up. There we go. Dude, tell me that doesn't look bomb AF. Alright, I'm going to throw that one in. I tell you what, that's the best gothic look. How are you feeling, love? I'm glad you're feeling good. Hey, everybody, what up? Tell me that doesn't look cool. Now, when you get your second layer on there, it's going to look even cooler. And then we're going to make sure we take the shiny off of that so it's matte, but shiny in the middle. So we're going to go ahead and go back with this one. And whatever is on here, it will stick to it. So remember that, okay? If you already have one on there, it's going to stick to whatever's on there. So kind of try to keep it in the center. The more black you give it, the better it's going to be. Look at that. Tell me that's not bomb. Alright. It's like, you know what it reminds me of? Hold on, guys. I can't see my chat. My stupid chat went away. You know what it reminds me of? It's almost like a goth unicorn looking Lisa Frank set. Almost. That's what happens when you do a freestyle. You know? But I thought of this and I was like, yeah, this is going to be bomb, dude. Alright. We're going to saturate this. And I'm going to try to keep it. I don't want to go over the stickers. I want to make sure I get. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to put that in. Look at that. Tell me that's not rainbow goth, baby. Alright, I'm just going to add one more little poof of this down here, and we will be done with this. All we got to do is wipe it off. Saturate this bad boy. As you can see, I'm staying on the edges. Shit, I went too far in on that one. Yeah, I'm putting that in there. Okay. There she is. Alright. Now, we're going to take these two, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to fully put the black on. We're almost done, guys. What are we going to write in it? What are we going to write in it? First of all, you guys need to tell me what are we going to... So, what I have is I have this guy, and then I also have this guy here. So, we're going to be using those two. Oh, yay! It does give Lisa Frank goth unicorn all over. I know, right? They were made for you. All right, y'all. So, here they are. All right. Yeah, dude. Look. All right. Those are done. What are we actually going to put on there? Are we just going to do like a heart and a star, or I think I want to put Shug. I thought about doing Shug. All right. So, now that those are done, we just have to wipe that off. So this time, let's go ahead and add our black. We're going to do this all over. So you want to make sure you have a good amount on here, but you also don't want to do it too much to where you can't see what you're doing, okay? We don't want no colors typically showing here. Alrighty. I'm going to take some of that excess off though. Alright, so I could always do Shug. Ah! Oh. Hehe. You guys. Do you like it? Dip in alcohol? It'd probably be better without an orange wood stick, to be honest with you. But this is, I've been wanting to try this out, so let me see if this guy will work better. I like the, like, it's not so sophisticated S, you know? I was gonna do Shug, but my U's off. Shit. I don't know how to make it. Guess I should have moved my S up more, huh? But this is how we do it, so it's like a scratch one. So I'm gonna do... Now you tell me this isn't cool. It's a little hard, but... How did I get swirly over here? Alright, hold on. Ah! It's just gonna be a little wobbly, guys. Don't mind it. What of those scratch paint series are not wobbly, okay? Right? Well, shit. This one's a little bit different, y'all. Alright, this might be hard doing a G. I should have thought about this, y'all. Alright, well. I can't seem to get it to come off this end part right here. Any? Bye, love. Thanks. I'm trying to get this G, y'all. Oh, well, hell, I should have just done that in the first place. Shoot. Been struggling for nothing. Well, I always show you the do's and don'ts, don't I? But this is cool, okay? Okay, I'm just gonna fix this. That's cool. Looky! I had to make it messed up like those. But we did it, y'all. I got my name on there. I don't know. I'm like, do I cure it? Do I not? Do I cure it? Do I not? What do you think? Do I cure it like that? And not put nothing else on there? Or we leave it? The more you let it sit, the more it goes. So remember that. But it's actually fun. The G is hard to keep, you know. Alright, I'm putting it in there before it gets messed up. Good God, that took me forever. Jeez. Bye, Cordy. Love you. Hope you feel better. Bye, Dee. Alright, so this one, y'all need to tell me what to do for this one. Are we just doing something simple or what? Or we want to leave it, do we want to leave one, you know? You know what? We're just going to do it. I'm going to grab another stick. Alright, help me out, everybody, so we can get this one done. I don't want to keep you guys any longer. I know, it's probably boring, but it's cool as shit, so thanks for being here. Did I think it was going to be that hard? No. But I always wondered how I was going to do it, so. Alright, so we're just going to add the black to this one and do the same thing, essentially. I don't really like that it bubbles out the side right there because I have so much on there, but... Alright, I got a new stick. That one looks like candy. It does. So I guess we're just gonna do swirlies. Well, listen, if you don't like it, then you can... You're basically taking that off. I thought the swirls were gonna look good, guys, but... If you were doing this, what would you guys do? Anybody know? Okay, it's really freaking hard to do this. Especially if you have a lot of gel. Because it wants to go away. Oh, for crying out loud. Look how messed up. I put that alcohol in there. Look what it did. That's actually kind of cool looking. Hmm. What would you guys do? This one's a little bit harder because I don't know what to do on it, so... Just a swirl with a sparkle in the middle. I would do symmetrical swirls. Girl, it is hard when you're on a curvy ass surface. I will say. I did shug, but... And I have so much down here because you don't want anything showing. You know what I'm saying? You want the black to still be there. But I'm going to bring some of that excess off this, though. Alright, guys. I don't even know how to do the symmetrical swirls, to be honest with you. So technically, I'm going to have to just take and do little stars, dots like that, because... It's definitely a lot harder than what I knew. By the time I did that, they would be small enough. But if at all you have any polish stuck on this thing, then it's not going to work as great as you want it to, you know? But we're doing it, so. Listen, it's going to look ridiculous. Those look so cool, and these, I don't know. By the time that gets done, it'll be fine. Hmm. You know, I should just did this. Yep. We got the swirls underneath, and yeah. Doesn't look bad. I actually like it like that. It's different, but we're just gonna do it. We're leaving it like that. I don't know. What do you think? Nobody's talking, so I don't freaking know. Kind of looks like a 2, don't it? Well, this is something I ain't never done before, so it looks cool in some areas, and then other areas it doesn't. But it's all good. Anyway, this is how you do the little sketch thing. It's a little tedious. I don't really know what to draw. I could have just done swirls, I guess. Like, this way. But I like that up top there. It is what it is. We're just gonna keep it. We're just gonna... We're gonna keep it like that. I'm not gonna do anything else to it. Y'all, I haven't had anybody come in and say anything on my thing, so I haven't seen any of this. Hold up. Hi, love. Hi, Alicia. Harry Potter videos. Skull Panda. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Hi, Express. How are you? No, it's not working. It is now. I just redid it. All right. Here we go. I'm going to clean this off. And okay. All we got to do is take this sticky off and put a top coat. I mean, I think they look cool. I was trying to do a... What are those things called anyway, guys? You know what I mean? Like, what are those things called? They're not Etch-a-Sketches. There's something else. Where am I from? I'm from the United States. Where are you from? I should have just put Shug on both of them. That way, like, they matched, but... What is that called? Anybody know? Where you take the black thing and you sketch, or you scratch the thing off, and then... Yeah, scratch art. There you go. Alright, y'all. I'm going to put these on. We got to do the top coat over these. I had to do my name, okay? I just had to. I had to do my name. I'm going to do this one. So I am making nails. I just did like scratch art nails. I attempted it. It's kind of tedious if you are not used to it, but it's cool. You definitely don't want to put too much black on because it'll eat itself, if that makes sense. So okay. If you're doing any type of press-ons at all like this, make sure you guys get everything out from underneath the nail so you can actually put it on your hand. And then get any of the excess off the edges. I have stuff in my top coat, guys, and I cannot get it out. I think it's glitter. It's okay. Alright. I'm not gonna worry about it. It's glitter. It's just gonna stay in there no matter what I do, you know? And then I'm just making sure I don't have too much going on the sides here. Alright. You're gonna flip her over and put them in for 60 seconds. This one just looks absolutely bonkers. I absolutely hate this. Look at this. Look at this. My nail set's so beautiful. Except for that one. Okay, guys? My nail set is so beautiful. I don't like it. It's supposed to be scratch art. I could have done something a lot better. I don't like it. I don't like it, guys. No, I don't sell them, love. You gotta take her. My new glitter top coat. File down the black, change the top. So buff it down, try again. Really? I like that one. Because it says my name. This is what it looks like. The rest of it's great. So file it down. Well, that's base coat on there. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to go through the color because that's base coat. I mean, that's the black top coat. I can file through that. And change the... Yeah. So, I didn't realize I could go through that, though. Because I felt like I was going to go through the color. File down to the color layer. Oh, shit. I'm just going to do swirls for this one. Whoa. That looks cool. If you mat it like that, it looks like 3D. That looks really cool matted like that. But we're not here for that, so. It should be okay. Okay. That, I'm going to have to try that because that looks really cool. Other than what I put in there. Alright, y'all. We're going to file buff this thing down. Well, what would I do without y'all? Because I would have just put a top coat on it, even though I hated it. Dude, these ones are so awkward. Would you look at that? So what should I put? Just swirl, like little swirls like this down the nail? Whoa. That's looking kind of cool. Whoa. Dude, that's cool. It almost looks like a little bit of a galaxy. Dude, that looks cool. They did. They always do. Alright, we need something up here in this. Whoa. I mean, the colors are different because they're not like these, but look at that one. I should have done that to that one too. Oh well, it's fine. It's fine, Crystal. It's fine. It's a freestyle set for a reason, right? I don't know. What do y'all think? I need to expose more pink. Oh, it never cured all the way. Look, still wet under there. Whoa. That looks cool. Alright, so I'm going to just do a little bit right here. It cured the top, but not the bottom where I had all that excess stuff. There we go. I think it looks cool like that, guys. Alright. I mean, look at that. With the thing on there. That's definitely abstract, so we're going with it. I didn't really want to dig into this, but there. Alright, that's all I'm taking off. I'm going to cure that in the lamp, though. Bye, Stacy. Love you. Alright, we're just going to clean that off, top coat that, and that's it. We're done. What time is it? 1:55. Okay. Dude, I can't thank you guys enough for being here. We hit 1 million views, and I just want to say thank you guys so much for everything, truly. We're going to go ahead and put these on. Thank you guys so much for literally everything. Like, for real. My YouTube is going crazy. I guess you never really understand YouTube, do you? But if there's anything that... For this one, I was like, I want to do black and rainbow. I don't really know how I'm going to do it, but I want to do it, you know? So, I'm going to put these on, and then we're out of here. I did put that in for another 60, though. Alrighty. I'm going to make sure nothing's in there. Shug should have been a little bit thicker, but you don't know until you know, right? Look at that. That looks cool. Hey, you guys, experiment and do a set like this. Do it better than I did. But at least we experimented, and now you know. I love it, though. I do love this set. So I'm going to float this on. Just so we don't have too many bumps. Shout out to my mods. Thank you guys. And thank you to everybody who's here today. Appreciate it. Like, I truly cannot thank you guys enough. And these are my first duck nails. Okay. There we go. Thanks, Katie. Bye. Bye, everybody. I don't really... Dude, I love this set. The way that we did the pigment, love it. I was concentrating so much, you forget to freaking talk. You know? You'll definitely forget to talk. Let me take these off. Oh my god, look at that! Ah! These are nice and light, too. Like, they're literally nice and light on the nail, and... Look at my nail. I took my, last night I lost this nail, so I had to take the rest of them off because those Russian dual form nails stayed on for all that time, you guys. Isn't that insane? These freaking things. I think I mixed those up. Uh-oh. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. What do you think? Bye, Crystal. Thanks, Katie. Appreciate it. Alright, I'm probably going to turn that light off just to give me... If I would have kept... What is all that? Sparkles inside there. Nice. Nice. Alright, guys. So, for the most part, it was fun. We got to do pigments again. I should have rounded that out a little more. Because it's only these ones that I get them little, like, gaps inside where it looks like I don't have no nails on. Or, like, whatever, but anyway. I think this one's my fave. Which one's your fave, guys? In my head, I really thought that the black part was gonna look super, like, fancy-dancy. Yeah. That is the only thing I don't like about these freaking nails. Is they shrink, y'all. Alright, hold up. I might make 2 new ones, guys, just to do it. I might make 2 new ones, right? Just to have... Because these look so awesome. They look so cool. Alright. They're definitely different. There they are, guys. I like this one too. Look, this one won't even stay on there. See? But that's what they look like, guys. They feel cool. I could have just done a black base underneath there too without even thinking about it. The thumb and the pinky and that are my fave. I think I should, I don't know. It's definitely different. That's what they look like. Thank you so much, Nelly. Thank you, everybody. Thanks, Glam. Thanks, Conjure. Thanks, everybody. These are the nails. I gotta go get my daughter. Thanks for going live with me today. I love you guys. The 14 of you, not 9. I love y'all. Thanks. Make sure you like and subscribe. This was a bomb set. I had fun making these. This is why we do freestyle and we explore, because you just don't know, right? You just don't know. But the filing made that one look cool. So if we would have done it on this one would have looked like, you know, a cohesive set. But that's what we did. I freaking love them. I'm gonna wear them out as well. So let me know what you think about the black around the edges and what you think it looks like, and if you think it tied this set together well. But yeah, so that is my set. Thanks for being with me. Hi, Sorry Vibes. Thank you. They're definitely different. I am not used to duck nails with the moon thing in it at all. But at freaking all. But I do love those stickers. They are bomb. Here's the other one. But I definitely am not used to it, but it's like a black Lisa Frank rainbow unicorn vibe. We're definitely going to have to do this again, but thanks for being with me. Make sure you like and subscribe, because I go live often. And yeah, so I love you guys. Always be yourself. Keep always doing your best, and don't let nobody tell you otherwise. So go do your thing. Let's create the best shit, and yeah, I'll see you later today at Lose Live premiere. And don't forget to check out Conjure Up Box's video. She just did a live putting Legos together today, and there's going to be many other lives. So I love you guys. I'll see you later. Thank you to my mods. Shout out to my members. Shout out to all of my new subscribers. I'll see you on the flip side, possibly tonight. Toodaloo!